the lady who was the face of biggest Dalit revolution, biggest Dalit mobilization in our country. As we go deeper into this quest for 2024 Lok Sabha elections, the question which is being raised the most is, what is Mayawati up to? Why is it that Mayawati is making headlines one day for either dropping candidates, changing her candidates in the state of Uttar Pradesh? And why is it that Mayawati's story is now climaxing with she deciding to drop her own nephew Akash, who had barely addressed a few rallies, who had just about started to take clear-cut positions in terms of where the BSP stands in the critical state of Uttar Pradesh.
हाथी कभी झुकेगा नहीं, ना ये कभी रुकेगा। आने वाले लोकसभा चुनाव में बता दीजिए इन्हें कि यहाँ पर किसका राज चलता है। हमारे बहुजन समाज के लोग ना कभी झुके हैं, ना कभी झुकेंगे, हमेशा आगे बढ़ते चलेंगे।
But the first time BSP contested elections, it contested on 245 seats and it ended up winning 3. One of those was in Punjab and 2 in Uttar Pradesh. From 1989 all the way till 2019, Mayawati has crossed a formidable journey in her political life. Her best performance came in 2004 when she contested on a total of 435 Lok Sabha seats and she ended up winning 19. Why is Mayawati important today? Well, let's look at the moves which are being made by her now in 2024. Which are those areas where she has decided to change her candidates after the BJP had given their nominees and the Samajwadi Party, with whom Mayawati was in an alliance earlier, the Samajwadi Party puts up a candidate of a particular community, and what does Mayawati do? She decides to put in a candidate of the same community. How is the story unfolding? Let's look at Jaunpur, for instance, in eastern UP, just 30-35 kilometers away from Babatpur airport. The same airport where you land to go to Narendra Modi's constituency of Varanasi is the same airport where you land if you have to go to Jaunpur. This is the Bahubali territory. From Dhananjay Singh, at one point of time, who was with the BSP, was an MP, has been an independent as well in the past. Earlier, in this constituency, it was Dhananjay Singh's wife, Shtikla Reddy, who was going to file her nomination. Dhananjay Singh was in jail. Now what happens? The story changes. Mayawati, who had given a ticket to a member of the Thakur community, decides to change her candidate at the last moment because the candidate who had been given by the Samajwadi Party was from the Yadav community. So what does she do? She goes in for her own former MP from this area, Shyam Singh Yadav. You look at Basti, another territory where Mayawati decided to bring in a Kurmi leader simply because the candidate on the other side, in the opposition camp, not in the BJP camp, was also from the same caste. So do we read that the moves which are being made by Mayawati today are being made specifically with the objective of helping the cause of the Bharatiya Janata Party? From Azamgarh to Firozabad to Amethi, Mayawati has followed exactly the same playbook which has been used in Jaunpur. Now just look for a moment to the story of 2019. In the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, when the Bahujan Samaj Party and Samajwadi Party came together in what was an almost impossible alliance, the biggest beneficiary ended up being Mayawati. How? She managed to get 10 Lok Sabha seats against a total vote polled in her favor of 19.4%. The Samajwadi Party on the other side got restricted only to 5 at a vote base of 18.1% in its own favor. As the election became a bipolar one between the BJP on one side and this formidable coalition of the SP and BSP on the other, it was Mayawati who once again made an attempt to somehow find her political feet. In 2024, she's not a part of any alliance. She's not campaigning aggressively. It's not as if her party symbol is being spoken about in gullies and chaurahas of Uttar Pradesh. The only thing which is being spoken about, why is Mayawati constantly changing tickets which she had given in the past? It's not as if that Mayawati hasn't faced controversies in the past. In 2002, when she was in alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party, the alliance collapsed because of the then famous Taj corridor scam. Subsequently, Mayawati on multiple occasions has described the BJP and the Samajwadi Party as Sampnath and Nagnath. Today, the reality is that the same parties who were described by her as two chief villains are two parties with whom she has been in an alliance on multiple occasions. At one point of time, Mayawati's slogan was "Chad gundo ki chhati par, button daba ke haathi par." Today, Mayawati doesn't have an election slogan. Today, the formidable Bahujan Samaj Party, unfortunately, being reduced to a mere vote katua party. Is that the identity that Mayawati would want to live with? Post 4th of June, what will happen to the future of Bahujan Samaj Party will be a very integral question to look at.